Hello and welcome to TV Table Sports Talk with KMaccTalks, the best sports show you've never heard of. Sean Payton has been hired by the Denver Broncos as their new head coach to fix the disaster of last season. Will he be able to do it? Let's talk about it. Alright, so Sean Payton has been hired by the Denver Broncos, and basically, I think everyone's thinking the same thing. Can he revive Russel Wilson's career? Russel Wilson has taken a major hit in his legacy and just everything. And Sierra probably looks at him different. He has taken a major hit from going, if he just ran the ball to Marshawn Lynch against the Patriots there, he could be a two-time Super Bowl champion. Almost like the Seahawks at one point were being talked about as a dynasty team back in that era. They were going to the Super Bowl, it seemed like, almost every year. He was great from just being such a short quarterback, getting drafted late, not being the starter right out of the gate, or thought of as the starter right out of the gate. I think he did start right out of the gate, but he had to win his job. He's always been like a winning quarterback, always been able to run. Now that he can't run as much, he's not as mobile, he's got to throw. But he was always accurate with the ball, could throw a great deep ball. That's what I always thought of him as, a deep ball passer. But after last season, his legacy, everything has taken a hit. It was awful. It was god awful. Like, that was bad. Like, it was like he forgot how to play football. It was like the yips there that Chuck Knobloch got, the pitchers get in baseball and things. It's like he had a case of the yips. Like, he literally forgot how to play the game. He looked like any terrible QB, you name it. He looked more like Johnny Manziel than Russell Wilson. He looked like Robert Griffin III after he got hit, and started getting injured. I mean, he looks like, you name it, any backup QB. I'm trying to think of the specific guy. He looked more like Jamarcus Russell than Russell Wilson, let's be honest, last year. So it was like, is this the end for Russell Wilson? And the Broncos, a team that people thought might win some people predicted they'd win the division. I mean, people thought they were going to be good. They got a pretty good defense. They had a running game. That's now Melvin Gordon's gone there, but everyone liked Javonte Williams, is it? I mean, I remember I drafted him in fantasy in one of my leagues. And they had Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. The receivers were there. They have that upstart, that the tight end, Greg, or whatever the heck his name is. He played well. All the pieces were there with Russell there. It seemed like they were a quarterback away from a Super Bowl contender. Well, at least like a playoff team. Let's say like a team that could maybe make a run in the playoffs. And they went that disastrous. So it's like, is Sean Payton the answer now? Now it's like, are they just a coach away? Well, Sean Payton's been away from the game a little bit. He's been an analyst. Will he take this team, revive this team from the depths of Undertaker? Will he rise back from the ashes? I mean, seriously, I don't know. That's a tough division right now. You got Justin Herbert's only getting better. Who knows what's going to happen in Vegas? Obviously, Brady's not going there now, but they're I think, going to be a team to be reckoned with. And then, of course, you have the Kansas City Chiefs, the team currently in the Super Bowl. So it's going to be tough to ever win that division with the Chiefs. So now you got to win a wild card in the AFC, which is very competitive. I don't know. There is always, it seems like in that last wild card that a team like the Patriots almost should have won this year, and the Dolphins with no Tua got. So maybe the Broncos could get that last division, wild card spot. Do I think Sean Payton will revive this team? I honestly don't. I think they're going to be better just because they can't get any worse. That's what I think. They're going to be better because let's hope they can't get any worse. Like, Russell Wilson has got to, he's just lost with like commercials with Sierra. I think he's just does whatever Sierra wants, and maybe that wasn't practicing football anymore. I don't know. Maybe he should just retire. That's how bad it is. Like, Russell went from being one of the top QBs in the league to maybe he should just retire. Maybe the game has passed him by. Literally. So he needs to revive his career. He's never going to be in that top 5 QB status ever again, but can he at least have a good twilight of his career, like a good, decent twilight, and finish out strong? I don't know. And I think Sean Payton's a little overrated in terms of a head coach. He won one Super Bowl with Drew Brees. He should have won more, I think. We think he's just the savant, one of the best coaches there is. And I don't know if I see that. I mean, he's a good coach, a very good coach. He's definitely above average, but I just don't see how he's not like Andy Reid. He's not like Bill Belichick, Andy Reid level. Like, he's not even Mike Tomlin level, I don't think. He's an okay coach. I think he's just overrated. He gets placed so high up, but I think he will improve the team. That's it. I mean, he's a good coach, better than Nathaniel Hackett, clearly. So I think he'll improve the team only because they can't get any worse. But will they be a wild card team next year? I don't know. That remains to be seen. I think possibly, but I don't think they will. If I have to bet, I don't think they'll be a wild card team. I don't think they'll get the last spot because the AFC is too competitive. I think there's two teams better in their own division alone. Obviously, Kansas City and the Chargers. So I don't see them being a wild card team next year, but I think they'll be competitive and maybe vying for it. I think they'll be a little over 500, maybe a 9-8 team. That's what I see for them next year. 9-8, 10-7 is a great year for them, I think. A great year. But I don't see that happening. I see 9-8, maybe 8-9. So sad to say, but I don't think he's now got enough weapons. They might trade Jerry Jeudy, whatever. And I don't know. We'll see about Javonte Williams. The defense kind of under is, we'll see. We'll see what the defense can do. But I just don't think they have enough weapons to heavily compete for the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens, though. We'll see if Sean Payton can revive this apparently great career of his. Even though I think Sean Payton's a little overrated, and I think he might get exposed, and everyone will see. He had a good career in the Saints, but he didn't win all these Super Bowls. He has the same amount of Super Bowls as Mike McCarthy. So let's think about that. All right, guys, thank you again for watching TV Table Sports Talk with KMaccTalks. Have yourselves a wonderful day. As always, fuck Nick Wright.